You're watching Arkansas Style on KARK.
Welcome back to Arkansas Style. The holiday season, it's supposed to be joyful, but let's be honest, between family gatherings, finances, and that one relative who always brings up old stuff, emotions can run high. So today we're getting practical on how to protect your mental and emotional health during the most wonderful and sometimes stressful time of the year. Here to help us navigate it is our favorite relationship expert, Charlie Simpson from the Arkansas Relationship Counseling Center. All right, Charlie, I think we need to have you invited to every holiday party. Can you clone and divide yourself?
Some families, it's just extremely stressful, but the holidays just come with these expectations, to get it right, to be able to have fun, to make sure that everybody is happy. And then you have this other side, which is the reality, and that is you have these financial stressors, you have family dynamic challenges. Oftentimes for some people, they're grieving during the holidays or even experiencing the loneliness. So you have these two components that you're trying to navigate through the holidays. And you're trying to stay in the middle, but that's often where the stress typically increases, and then you just kind of put that on top of the holidays and you just have a really stressful time of the year for some people.
So let me hear if I hear you correctly. One, the reason why the emotions run so high and there might be some stress is that the expectations, and two is that sometimes you try to play the middle. Is that what I heard you say?
And what you try to do is balance those two, the reality and the expectations. And oftentimes if we get off balance with those two, we find ourselves experiencing this stress. For example, if we're trying to get it right, make sure everything is perfect, and we know we have a budget, but we keep going over the budget to make sure that people are happy. At the end of the day, it's just going to produce this stressful situation for us, and we're trying to meet these expectations, but we're just putting ourselves in a stressful reality that oftentimes once we get past the holidays, it's just like we're extremely exhausted. So we do have to try to find a way to balance those two.
Well, do you have some practical tips for us?
I do, and it's important to understand that it's extremely normal to have stress and to be exhausted during the holidays. But the number one thing is move your body. You don't necessarily often have to go to the gym all of the time, but if you can, while you're cooking, throw on some Christmas music and do some dancing, if you can find ways to get some stretches in, or even walking after dinner. Your producer Trey, he got me onto some nice stretches where I put my legs on the wall, and it is like, the greatest thing.
Don't take advice from Trey.
Shout out to Trey, the producer.
Okay, if it works.
But also being able to lower the bar. If we know that we have certain expectations we cannot meet, let's give ourselves grace to say, hey, you know what, I might not be able to accomplish what I'm trying to accomplish in the moment. And so lowering the bar is another great way to make sure that you are managing the stress during the holidays. And then this third one, boundaries are a gift. The power of just being able to say no. And saying no is not, I'm trying to be mean. Saying no is, I'm trying to protect our relationship. I don't want to become too exhausted to where I stress you out. So I have to be able to say no in order to make sure that I can keep my sanity and also keep the relationship with other people.
Ooh, okay, that was a mic drop moment there. Okay, but how about sleep and social time? That gets pretty hyped up this time of year.
Share with clients, sleep is like our armor. Sleep protects us, because if we find ourselves exhausted, typically the stressors are going to feel 10 times worse. So if we can find ways to get those hours of sleep, technology now, we have watches, apps that can help track our sleep and give us tips on how to improve sleep. So being able to find ways to get sleep, and also just with the social life, being able to put yourself in healthy conversations. One good conversation is better than 5 stressful conversations. So when you go through the holidays, find those people that you kind of connect with, that you can laugh with, and also kind of have those moments where you can decompress. You don't have to earn rest. You don't have to perform happiness. And more importantly, you don't have to do the holidays like everyone else. And I like those tips, because this is where we often put the stress on ourselves to achieve the expectations when they may not be maintainable. And so we just have to be able to tell people, hey, I'm focusing on me and my emotional well-being, and I'm hoping that, and even giving people permission, I'm hoping that you're able to accept that.
You heard it here from Charlie. I mean,
Protect your emotional well-being.
wow. Well, great tips.
Definitely,
I sure
definitely.
hope everybody is already off to a great holiday start.
Yes, happy holidays to everyone. Stay safe. More importantly, try to stay stress-free.
And in love.
And in love, there you go.
Well, happy holidays to you.
Thank you. Happy
the
holidays
gift of
to
your
you.
friendship is just a real treasure.
Thank you.
Appreciate
Thank
you.
you.
Again, set those boundaries and take it one day at a time. The holidays are meant to inspire joy, not stress. To talk further about how to protect your mental and emotional health, just reach out to Charlie and his team of licensed professionals at the Arkansas Relationship Counseling Center. You can scan the QR code on your screen or visit arkansasrelationshipcenter.com. We'll be right back after this. You're watching Arkansas Style.